I think tonight's experiment's going to be really exciting, where we have someone who's connected tribally, you know, to the area. Art, tell us a little bit about what you plan to do for us tonight.
I would like to start off with doing a ceremony to see if we can instigate maybe a connection or a contact of some sort, and then work my way into the housing area. It's kind of instigating to see if there was any kind of, I don't know, feedback.
It sounds very diagnostic.
You hit the nail on the head. So we do consider them diagnostic in a sense, because we're basically investigators.
I see.
So you'll do your ceremony outside the homestead, and then we'll go into the individual buildings.
And let you guys reach out to see what's going on.
Right.
And at the same time, I think the idea is you're gonna have a sensor on Art and monitor his brain waves.
Yeah, absolutely.
After the prayer ritual, Art will physically go into the structures at Homestead 2. He'll be wearing an EEG, or electroencephalogram device. Given the past health issues that I and others have had here, we want to be able to measure any strange effects that being in the homestead might have on his brain and body.
Before we get started, what I'd like to do, Art, is I want to get you set up with the EEG and we get a baseline.
Okay, well, that sounds good to me.
All right, well, I say we've got a lot of work to do to get started, and the sun's sinking quick, so let's get to work.
We'll go ahead and we'll get this cap on you. First, we're doing a baseline reading so we can see what those wavelengths look like and what every channel and every part of his brain was looking like before going into this experiment, so we can have some really good frames of reference to compare to the EEG scans in Homestead 2. If you could take a couple deep breaths for me. Beautiful, okay. His baseline readings look very typical. They're not moving, there's no muscle tension there, so we have normal EEG scans with normal wavelengths, normal amplitudes, normal brain activity. That will conclude our baseline, so we got a good baseline on you. It looks like a normal brain to me.
Because this was a sacred Navajo ceremony, there were some parts of it that Art asked us not to record, so we had to respect that. All that really mattered was what might happen as he performed it.
That is crazy. Take a look at this. This is just crazy. This tree was heating up right here.
That bright yellow color means it's getting really hot.
This is incredible. I mean, this is really bright.
And it keeps getting hotter.
Travis, we're getting some really big changes of temperature. Just these limbs are just starting to heat up like a Christmas tree.
Well, that's really interesting. It's like the temperatures
are all kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Major heat. And you can't hardly even see the house. The tree's hotter than the house.
Yeah.
I've never seen it like this. I've seen temperature changes, but not this much.
I think that was the end of the ceremony. Before Art went into the homestead buildings, we wanted to get another reading with the EEG to compare his brain activity to the baseline scan Maddie had taken earlier.
I'll have you take your glasses off. Okay.
A lot more activity there now than there was during the baseline.
There definitely is.
That's interesting.
Interesting. Baseline readings were very typical. But now, we had Art's brain emitting those high-frequency waves indicative of high stress, but we can see Art was relaxed, so it made no sense. Well, let's see what kind of data we get when you go into one of the buildings.
Okay. I want to go into that house. You got me?
Nope.
No.
It's done. It's dead.
I'm gonna stick my head out the window here.
Okay, we're getting something.
You got me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Back in the house.
What?
Disappeared?
Yeah.
It's done. Now all of a sudden the headset's gonna...
Yeah.
The headset's also saying it's gonna die, but then the charge comes back and then it says it's gonna die again. I charged it for 4 hours today. The battery is good. Hate to see how it just went down to that, but it was charged, but now it's gonna die.
That doesn't make any sense.
Just to make sure that the malfunction with the EEG wasn't happening because it was too far away from Maddie's laptop, she and Caleb joined Art when he went into the buildings.
Still good data?
Still pretty good.
So let's see if we get a reaction or anything.
Yeah.
What's the data show?
Currently, right now, we're seeing that you're in a very focused state.
I'm curious, you mind if we walk back into the main building of Homestead 2?
Check out the data.
Yeah, see if we get that same thing happen again.
Okay. Just watch your step right here.
Big old step right there.
Still working?
So far. Whoa. 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 This doesn't make any sense. When Art moved into that second structure at Homestead 2, the EEG readings were really strange. I've never seen anything like that before.
You can see high bursts of brain waves, which could be indicative of high stress, or if he was clenching all of his muscles and bearing down and creating intense muscle tension.
I haven't seen that all
So
night.
this makes no logical sense.
But our Navajo shaman is relaxed, is not moving. So I think there was something else anomalous interacting with the EEG system and emitting those high frequency waves.
Guys, we have several things to cover. Hi, Maddie. Thanks for joining us.
It's great to be back.
Maddie, I'm really interested to hear whether you've noticed anything else unusual in these brain scan measurements.
Yeah, absolutely. It gave us some really interesting data that I'm excited to show you guys. Here we got Art's baseline before we went into any homestead. So clean, stable activity that looks entirely typical for a healthy adult brain. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this next clip with you. When he entered the homestead, the EEG shifted into something we simply don't see in normal physiology and cannot be explained by conventional neuroscience.
Man, look at that.
Yeah, this one I remember. She said that Art looked calm and the scan should read normal at this point.
Yes, so instead of organized rhythms, there were sudden bursts of anomalous high amplitude activity. So the shift from a perfectly normal baseline to an inexplainable system-wide anomaly, right, suggests that Art's brain or the recording system itself was being influenced by an unknown external factor.
I've got a few interesting hits, from the video processing, so I'm going to bring those up. So what we're looking at here is from the cameras on the mesa, looking down on Homestead 2. Just watch what happens as I move us through the time. You can see aircraft in the distance. You see stars there, right there. So you see that feature right here?
Yeah.
Oh,
We've got something happening in the top portion of the image while we're doing the activities there on the ground.
makes me wonder if we're looking at a UAP.
Incredible.
The process video revealed the strangest looking UAP we've ever seen, hundreds of feet in the air above Homestead 2. And it appeared to be staying there throughout our experiment with Art's Navajo ceremony. So the big questions are, did the ceremony cause it to appear? And what the heck was it?